Before we begin, if you enjoy real chilling stories, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really supports the channel and motivates me to share even more terrifying tales. Thank you, you're the best. Now, let's dive into what happened that night.
In a small Russian town, which we'll call X, life flowed slowly and unnoticed. Town X was no different from other suburbs, a few central streets with picturesque alleys and parks, unremarkable residential blocks. Life here was quiet and modest. Usually the town was crowded only in summer when vacationers came with their children. And that's when it all began. First, a 6-year-old girl disappeared. The search didn't last long. For 3 days, they combed the streets and the surrounding forest. The strange thing was that this girl was very timid and never wandered far from home. She was found, or rather, her body, in a forest clearing. Her dress was torn, her tights pulled down. Even without an autopsy, it was clear. This was the work of a pedophile. Everyone was terrified. Children were no longer allowed outside, and people began eyeing each other suspiciously. It was obvious the killer wasn't a stranger, not some outsider. Then a boy vanished. His mother had left him outside a store for just a minute. She bought bread, came out, and he was gone. She ran, so to speak, following the trail, but found nothing. His body was discovered in a dump outside town, lying in a stinking pile, completely naked. Experienced investigators handled the case, but no one could guess who the killer was. These disappearances and murders didn't stop there. Over that period, 3 more girls and 2 more boys went missing. Their bodies were found in forests, parks, alleyways, or the town dump. One child was simply left by the roadside. All had been strangled with a rope with tights. No other injuries, no bruises, no scratches. Their clothes were either missing or partially removed. The autopsy confirmed it. These poor children had been sexually assaulted. The police, yes, it was still called militia back then, hunted for the pedophile. It was bizarre that such a small town couldn't catch him. Suspects were arrested, but with no evidence, they were quickly released. Then everything went quiet. The assaults and murders stopped as abruptly as they had begun. The killer was never found. The case was shelved. Only a year later did the mysterious truth come out. Around the time the killing started, a young man had come to the village, visiting relatives. And as soon as he left, the disappearances stopped. Though he was detained as a suspect, there was no proof, so he was released. He returned to his city for studies. Sometime later, he was arrested there. I don't remember exactly what evidence they found, maybe shoe prints or something else, near one of the murder scenes. He was tried and sentenced to life in prison. Everything seemed logical and clear. Crime solved, criminal punished. But here's the thing, I don't believe it. I was about 8 years old at the time. That same young man often came to play with me. He had none of the mannerisms of a maniac or the traits of a pedophile. But one incident stuck with me. Here's what I remember. With everything happening, my grandmother locked me inside while she ran out for milk, just 3 houses down. I sat on the windowsill, watching the street. One window pane open, leaning on the other, just sitting there, bored. Then I saw Uncle Misha coming out of the neighboring house. He walked up to me. Uncle Misha was a local native, a mix of alcoholic and life of the party. He stopped by the window and asked, "Grandma home?" "No, Uncle Misha, she went for milk." "Ah, so why you sitting inside? Come take a walk with me, it's fine." "Can't. Grandma will yell at me." And then he seemed to change. His eyes flashed with anger, his face turned red, but his voice grew even sweeter. "What if I give you candy? Come on, let's just sit outside." The way he insisted, it felt strange. I quietly slipped off the sill and started closing the window, slammed it shut. Grandma later said he was just drunk. Was that student really the killer? Or does the real monster still live in Town X? Why didn't the children resist? Maybe they knew their executioner. This story isn't just about a Russian serial killer. It's about how evil can hide behind ordinary faces and how the truth can remain buried in the shadows of a small town.